It's hot and hot today. Hello, hello. Just getting everything going, guys. How's everybody doing? It's so bright in here today. I don't think I've ever done a live stream so early in the day. Trying to get all the lights going, guys. That wall looks super. What's up, John? Yeah, man, it's the first time I actually get to try it out. Super excited. Turning on all the machines and stuff. Yeah, it definitely intrigued me, John. It's a two step process as opposed to like the Nina 3G has two. But what really interests me is this the sticky transfer paper for the Sisser, because I'm going to be trying this today on the Nina 3G opaque or on the, I picked up also the, let me show you guys, the Jet Opaque 2. I can see that very well. I should have probably done my lighting a little better. This back window's like blowing me out. Let me see. That's a little better for you guys. I'm not super blown out. Oh man. Just waiting for a few more peeps to get in here. I'm gonna share the stream real quick. Here it is. Itchy. Guys, if you're already in here, please hit that like button on the video. We'll get started here shortly. Just trying to share and all that good stuff. This is hot in my house right now. Oh, I gotta start. Hello, Chiquita Fisher, Adrian. What's up, guys? Sorry, we're just sharing real quick the video on my socials. I still need to update my Instagram, but I never really get to do that one. Anyways, yeah. So, like the title says, we're going to be trying the Sisser Easy Subli live. I've never tried it, guys. I am going to have a super in-depth video on this guy after I try it here live. I'm going to try to start doing this with these type of videos. Is the first time I try them, I'm going to do it live. That way you guys can see all the mistakes that I make, and yeah, not the full edited, pretty, version of the video. While that will come out in a later, that'll probably be my next video that comes out. I want you guys to check it out how it is live. So as far as I know, for the EasySubli, you do have to have a sublimation printer, and it works, I am going to assume, the same way as any other heat transfer. The cool thing that kind of caught my attention was that they have a transfer paper. So it's the sheet that you print on, and then you cut your design, and then you peel off what you don't want or the excess stuff, kind of like heat transfer vinyl, and then you use these sheets to transfer. So one of the issues I always had with the Nina 3G Opaque was I never knew how to transfer, like if you did wording, so like if you did an image with, like, let's say wording like this, and so you die cut it or you cut it with your Cricut, um, it would be a pain in the butt to transfer all the text. Does that make sense? I would have to do each one of these one by one by one, because unlike heat transfer paper, let me pull one out. I'll just pull this one out real quick. This has backing, so when you cut, you take off the excess and it stays on the transfer sheet. Then you take that, you put on the shirt, you press it, you're good. But on heat transfer paper, because it's so thin and so delicate and the ink can peel off and stuff, I haven't been able to do that. So anyways, I'm going to try it with the Sisser heat transfer paper as well. So that's the second part of this video. First part, we're going to try the EasySubli from Sisser. Second part, we're going to print an image with the Jet Opaque 2 or Nina 3G Opaque, whatever you guys want to call it. I think it's the same brand, to be honest. And we're going to print on that. We're going to cut out the design with letters, and we're going to use that same transfer paper from the EasySubli to put on the shirt. And we're going to do it all live. And again, those will be two separate videos in the future as well, with more details and more in-depth explanation. Right now, you guys just get to see me struggle a little bit to try to figure it out, or maybe it's just easy going and it's like a one-time try, and we'll get it done. But anyways, I have the heat press warming up already. I think I have it set already for sublimation. Let me check. And actually, I don't know if the heat's the correct, I have it at the correct heat settings. Let me look that up real quick, guys, for the EasySubli. I have to assume that's Fahrenheit. So that doesn't sound right. Let me see. Yeah, John, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I actually, quick, how I bumped into the product. I was trying to do a follow-up video to, I'm pretty sure why most of you guys are here, my how to print t-shirts at home video from last year. And I was trying to do a follow-up video to that to see if maybe there's something better on the market now. And so I bumped into the EasySubli, I guess, ecosystem or paper or whatever product. And I didn't want to buy it initially because you have to buy it in large quantities from Sisser themselves. And for me to try a product out, I typically don't like buying a big bulk of it. I would rather buy, a single or, 2 sheets of it before I do it. So I never jumped the gun. This was like around, September or so. Backtrack a few weeks from today. I found a new local HTV store called Cali Pop. So if you guys are from DFW, make sure to check them out. They are at 730 East Pipeline Road, Hurst, Texas, 76053 is the zip code. But I was able to find the EasySubli there in single sheets, with also these guys in singles, which is the transfer paper, and a few other transfer papers like the Jet Opaque 2, and I think they also have the Nina 3G Opaque. But they told me it was pretty much the same thing. So I went with the Jet Opaque 2. Anyways, I decided to buy a few sheets, and then now that's why I'm going to try it. But let's see some questions here. Piccolo, that's a tough question, man, because I use a heat transfer from a store called Aviva, and they have their own line of heat transfers. I don't know the brand of them, but you can go to aviva.com, I believe that's their website, and purchase it there. I love their heat transfer. It is super affordable. I think it's the most affordable heat transfer paper that I found on the market, and I definitely recommend it. But if you don't want to go looking for that website, I'm hearing pretty good things about B-Flex on Amazon right now. I do have some of that I'm going to be trying in a further video, and maybe that'll be my next live for next week. I'll try the B-Flex HTB live. I did see that my wife did a print with that B-Flex, and it had like more of a shiny finish than a matte. So if you like that, I definitely recommend the B-Flex. I wasn't too keen on it, but anyways, I'm going to try it myself here live next week. But if all fails, Sisser Easy Weed, of course, is one of the best HTVs for you to purchase. It's not the most cost-effective one, but it is good. Awesome. Anyway, so let me look real quick, guys. I might be a little quiet for like 2 seconds. Just looking up the settings for the heat press for the EasySubli, because that is what we're going to be using first. It just seems what I found right now, it wasn't very accurate. I probably should have researched this before I hopped on. Huh? I know. Oh, man. But don't keep putting the questions in the live, guys. This is my first live in a while. I think I did one 2 weeks ago, and I've been kind of falling off a little bit, but I'm trying to get back on the horse and do these more often. And guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps with YouTube sharing everything. Okay, so we're gonna press it for 15 seconds. The temperature is 155 degrees Celsius. Wow, that's actually very. All right, let's. I'm gonna set that at 155. Let it get back down. And it is a 15-second press. I apologize, guys. I thought this was more like a sublimation type of press, but it is not. Cool. So I just set the timer to 15 seconds, and the temperature is 155 degrees Celsius, which Fahrenheit is 310 degrees, just about. Alrighty. Cool. That's it. I mean, that's all I needed to know. So let me hop back in here. Any questions before I get started on the design for this guy? I think I'm just gonna do my typical Lumedia Galaxy type of print to show you guys, and or unless you guys want to suggest something that I want me to print on this shirt that I'm about to do. Have my Teflon pillows with me. Love these guys. Always put one down. And we're gonna be using a green shirt today. John, yeah, I'll reference in the description once this guy is done uploading. Um, Everything will be in the description. So whether you guys want to buy, whatever product I'm using here, or if you guys want to check out those stores that I purchased this stuff at, I will link them. Some of them don't have websites. I think Cali Pop does not have a website, so that's why I said if you're local to DFW, Dallas Fort Worth area, they're pretty easy to access. But Aviva does have a website, and I will 100% link them. And then also I'll link like the B Flex vinyl, the Sisser Easy Wood, and all that other good stuff as well in the description. So you might want to check back after the live is over, maybe a few hours, and I'll make sure all that's updated. Anyways, this guy's going back down in temperature because my dummy set it to, like, if I was about to sublimate on something, which I'm not. I forget that the EasySubli uses sublimation inks, but it's still a heat transfer paper, so keep that in mind. I am going to boot up the Cricut real quick as well. Get this cable up. I use the Bluetooth on my Cricut. Piccolo, yes. To answer that question, yes. I mean, everything has its own way of doing stuff. One new thing I'm getting ready to add to my website is downloadable PDFs with all the information for you guys to be able to download that very easy and free. I've been trying to optimize my website a lot. A lot of the stuff I haven't made live yet because I want everything to go live at the same time. But yes, I will have those type of information on my website, or again, you can easily look it up or watch some of my other videos, and I'll tell you pretty much the instructions on those. Oh man, I got this shirt dirty at some point. Anyways. Hey Deanna, Zayden doesn't have any blank shirts, does he? Trying to see if my son has any blank shirts. Maybe I can make him a shirt real quick. But anyways, putting in this guy. Oh. Another reminder, guys, for you, those of you that are new here, which I think a lot of you guys actually are. There's a lot of people I don't recognize in here. I'd like to do giveaways at the end of my lives. Obviously, with this one, I won't be able to. It'll be the next one. All you have to do is go to one of my old videos, make a comment and like it, and then just shoot me a screenshot on my Instagram or on my Facebook page, and you'll be entered in next week's giveaway. I've given away stuff like 4 rolls of vinyl, those Teflon pillows. I've given away Google Minis. I've given away a bunch of stuff, and any of those guys that you've seen one in my previous videos, you can always ask them to see if I ship stuff out, and everybody's gotten their products. But I do like to give back to the community that supports me, and so if you guys don't mind doing that, just go to one of my older videos. Doesn't have to be a live stream. I actually prefer if it's on one of my regular videos, and you just kind of comment something that you learned, or like the video, just so that we can get some organic interaction going there. Yeah. Again, just waiting for this guy to go back down. Let me get a design ready, and we're gonna print. And then just for reference as well, guys, I am using my Epson WF2750, I believe. Let me double check. I always forget the number. Yep, it's my Epson WF2750 that I'm going to be printing. It is a converted printer to print with sublimation ink, so you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on a on a sawgrass or any of that stuff. What's up, Waldo? He actually won the Google Home Mini in my last giveaway. I don't have any videos, Piccolo, like on a how long they last. I mean, I have so many shirts, bro, that I've had for like over years, and vinyl is actually pretty durable. I'm not gonna lie, especially if it's applied in the correct manner and you follow the instructions. Vinyl, I think, is the most durable out of the easy ways to make a shirt. Over heat transfer paper and stuff like that. Aside from actual screen printing or maybe DTG, I think HTV would be one of your most durable um, types of transfer. As long as you press it correctly and it's secured properly and it's washed inside. I mean, I wash my stuff inside out. I have a way that I tell my customers to do stuff, and that just makes the longevity of the shirt much better. But anyways, yes, guys, I'm using the Epson WF2750. If you guys, again, are interested in purchasing these items for yourself, you can actually also go to my website, www.lumedia.com/affiliates. And in that page, you'll find every single product that I've used. The only thing you're not going to find on there today is the Jet Opaque 2 and the Sisser Easy Subli, just because it's the first time I use it. Yeah, man. Is the 7720, that one can print bigger sheets, correct? If I'm correct, I can't remember. I know one of them prints a little bit bigger than mine. Mine just goes up to regular size sheets, which I am in the market to buy something bigger and upgrade here pretty soon. So I can at least do like ledger size sheets, just because some shirts are pretty long, and I would like the width is okay. Yeah, 13 by 19. I figured. I might look into that, John. I might give away my WF 2750 and go ahead and purchase one of those here in the near future. I've loved the Epson though. It's worked great. It's messed up on me once and it was repairable. It was super easy, very inexpensive, and I've had it for about 2 or 3 years now. No issues yet. Anyways, this guy has gone down in temperature. Yeah, man, I'm probably gonna end up getting that one too. Here, I was gonna go ahead and upgrade to a sawgrass, but for the price, I was like, man, do I really need it? And the quality from these Epsons has been perfect. Appreciate it, Waldo. Please, guys, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Let me find this design. I'm gonna see if my son has a shirt real quick, guys. I wanna double check. He's like obsessed with Pokemon right now, and I'm gonna see if I can make him a nice full color one. Again, no copyright. I'm not selling it. It's just personal use. I figure I make him a Pokemon shirt. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Don't leave the site. I am going to show you, Boss Hog. And actually, next week, I'm going to be testing the other way of streaming that I tried like a few weeks ago. I'm going to be switching between screens and camera, or I'll have like the screen showing with my face still. So you guys can see the design process as well. That'll be for next week's video that I'll try that when I try out the B-Flex roll. So make sure you tune in for that live. So Adrian, I've never tried the Sisser. Now, if you're talking about the Nina 3G Opaque, that one, I've had garments last me a little over a year, but they were very small prints. And then I've had some with larger prints that I do like for birthday shirts, and they've only lasted them maybe like 5 or 6 washes. But it's because it really does depend how your customer treats the shirt. You know, they just chunk it in the washing machine and they turn the heat all the way to the highest level. It might, you know, it's gonna ruin it. It's not, heat transfers are not meant as a permanent solution. I've heard very good things about this Sisser Easy Subli though. Um, it should be a little better both ink wise, like not fading, and it should be probably just as good as a heat transfer vinyl to hold on. Now the big difference between the Nina or like something like the Jet Opaque 2 between the Sisser Easy Subli is that it is substantially much more expensive. You're talking about probably like a 3-time price markup for the Easy Subli, and not to mention you need a sublimation printer. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna switch gears. I'm gonna use a blue shirt. We're gonna make a little shirt for my son. I thought I was gonna use this green one. He's been obsessed with Pokemon, so I'm gonna go ahead and make him a shirt for him. Get that moisture out. Yeah, so I'm super excited to see how the Sisser Easy Subli works out, because if it's as good as people are saying, I might move over to just this product since my sublimation ink is so inexpensive to purchase. I might be moving over to that. And if you guys want to try it too, I'm going to do the same thing that I do with my sublimation sheets. I'm going to sell 8.5 by 11s on my website. All you have to do is go on there, fill out, you know, whatever, like if you're buying something, and then upload your image. The image does have to be the exact size you want me to print it. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to have those for sale. So you can buy pre-printed Easy Subli sheets off my website. Again, it might be more cost effective for you to do it, but if you want to try it once or twice, I will have that feature on my website for you to do before you fully jump into purchasing a full set. So something to think about, Adrian, if you're doing light garments, obviously, I've always said it, I use dark garment paper for both light and dark. But the light garment one is more stretchy. It's a little thinner, so it'll feel better to the touch. But for me, cost effective, it does not make sense to have 2 types of papers in stock. Like, why would I have a light garment version and a dark garment version when the cost is really not that much different, at least from what I've seen? And people that typically order heat transfer shirts honestly don't care about the quality between either or. And this is just me being honest, and this is my opinion from my type of customers that I get for that type of shirt. So again, don't take anything I say to heart. You know, everybody has their own opinion, but in my instance, from my experience, the people that order those type of shirts, like birthday shirts, funeral shirts, family reunion, stuff like that, most of these shirts are gonna be a 1 or maybe 2 to 3 time use, and then they're gonna be thrown into a drawer, never to be used again. And maybe they'll be used eventually as like a cleaning rag or somebody to work outside on the cars or do the lawn or yard work, you know? So I always tell people, don't focus on the negative aspect of using heat transfer papers for like your shirts and stuff, because most of your clientele are only going to use it once or twice. And they're not going to see the difference between a light garment or a dark garment paper. This is my opinion, though. I haven't had a complaint yet, and I've been doing this for almost a decade now. Sorry for so much rambling. Guys, also, please hit that like button. What company do you recommend? From Matt White HTV. I thought all HTV was Matt. Yeah, that's a bad answer. I use Aviva branded HTV. I have any here easily available. Yep, I do. It's not branded. I think what they branded is called Eco Vinyl at their store, and I buy it off of Aviva.com. I think that's their website. I'll double check and I'll put it in the description below. But this is it right here, and it goes down pretty matte. It looks glossy right now, but it goes matte. It goes down. It presses matte. But it's funny that you mentioned that Bad Fam, because I was telling these guys my wife pressed the shirt last week with the B-Flex, like the Amazon HTV, and it was glossy. I had never seen. I guess, excuse my ignorance, I had never seen a glossy HTV unless it's like a glitter or if it's a printed, like a graphic printed HTV, like a camo or something of that nature. So yeah, sorry. Boss Hog, yes, I definitely sell designs. Anything that you think of, you can always DM me and show me kind of what you're looking for, and I'll give you a rate for that design. I do plan on selling designs on my website here pretty soon as well. I've been in a little bit of a slump, guys, and I think everybody has been. This whole being locked up, cooped up at home is definitely taking a toll on me. I'm the art director for a company, and I've just been kind of doing everything from here. I do get to go to the office when I walk, but I try to stay home as much as possible for my son. For my son's health and my wife, and I have two elderly parents that I don't want to get sick, so it's been a little tough. So I'm trying to get back into the process of doing these, and I really do appreciate everybody that showed up today. Yeah, John, so you can watch actually my most popular video, bro. Terrible quality video, but the information is really good. I always say that because that was like one of my first ones that I recorded. But you can watch. It's the how to print shirts from home, and it allows you to print a full color shirt onto pretty much print onto one of these guys, and then press it onto a shirt. That's all it is, and you can do full color. Yeah, sublimation on mugs is awesome. Actually, I have a video coming out because somebody suggested that. But anyways, let me get this design, guys. Let me print it real quick, and then that way I can show you guys how the EasySubli works. I'm so sorry. Any other questions you guys have, please type them up. I promise I'll scroll back to read them, and I'll make sure to answer every single one before we hop off this video. Anyways, let me go grab this design. So my son loves this Pokemon called Gengar. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. It's a little small. And this is not designed by me, guys. This is just me trying to find something to print for my little guy. Let me load up Photoshop real quick. And it's just for demonstration purposes. While that loads up real quick, see if you guys have any questions. It is hot in here right now. I have somebody coming in to install a vent here in my little design area because the whole house has HVAC besides here. And with this guy blowing or with this guy heating up, I sweat. Just loading up Photoshop, guys. So sorry. Like this. I'm gonna go heavy on the darks today. See how well this looks with dark printed colors. Lonnie, he said you can't see me, bro. Can you see me? Can you guys see the image fairly well? I know it's a little darker because I'm getting blown out by this back cover thing over here. I'm trying to see if I can have anything to cover it with, but I don't think I do. Yeah, that's for sure, man. Bad fam. I've been actually learning a few things. This was again one of them that I've been trying to update, I guess, how I do things. I've been stuck in my old ways with just Nina 3G opaque and HTV, and that's, and I do very simple stencil screen printing. But I'm trying to push myself more in the design realm, and you guys will start seeing way more videos on that aspect. I've noticed that right now people really aren't buying stuff, so a lot of my affiliate links are kind of starting to dwindle a little bit. So I'm going to start pushing a lot of my design videos. Actually, the only reason I haven't uploaded it is because I'm still setting up my area over there where I'm going to record those. What happened to Photoshop? I thought I opened Photoshop. Come on, man. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I haven't logged into this computer in a while, so I'm gonna log out of one of my other ones so I can sign in on my Adobe. Alrighty, there we go. Load in on Photoshop. Bad fam. No, man. So you can actually see. Actually, just up my newest video. If you go check it out, I talk about an e-commerce platform that I've used personally for a very long time. But I am very, very well versed with WordPress and Elementor, Beaver Builder, that type of stuff. I also know how to use Shopify really, really well. And the platform that I mentioned in that video that I uploaded, which is called Equid. That's actually what my website is built on. So if you guys ever go to my website, that is what it's built on. You know what, Piccolo? I never bumped into a bad fabric, man. I think the only bad well, let me rephrase that. The only bad fabric I've ever encountered is like the really thick tote bags. I feel those are the most difficult things to press on. They're annoying. I can never get like glitter vinyl to stick on it properly. You're always having to do like press after press. I might be doing something wrong, but I've looked into it and I never can get that to function properly. Aside from that, I think everything else is fairly easy. Some of my favorite shirts to use are the Walmart brand ones, the George and the Time and True, just because they're 65% poly and 35% cotton. They're very comfy, very thin, very breathable. I love those type of shirts. All right. So Photoshop is loaded. Let me create a new document here, the size of a letter. Push create. I'll put my design in here. And I'm going to do this with dark colors on this EasySubli. I'm just curious to see how it comes out. So last week or 2 weeks ago when I did my last live, I printed this guy. Like a Galaxy koozie. I did this with my same printer, and I really like how these purples came out. So I'm trying to see if Oh, excuse me. If the EasySubli will do the kind of the same as this. All right. So create the document. Photoshop. Come on. Let me get rid of some stuff. I wish you guys can see this side of things, kind of how I'm doing the design side, because there's a lot of tips I can show you how to, which I am in these future videos, but I know it's a little awkward right now just watching me look at that computer. Thank you, Bad Fam. So this image that I found is not cooperating with me. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. That's why I did this way. Let me see if I can find another one real quick. You know what? I'm going to switch gears real quick. For the sake of this. Hey, what's up, Graphic Warehouse? How you been, bro? I actually got your little stickers that you sent me the other day, man. Thank you for that. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. I'm sorry if I'm having a lot of dead space. Please put your comments in. I'm just trying to get the design done real quick, and that way I can print and then show you guys. on a winner. That's just wrapping this up. So one thing I always tell people when they're designing one of these, like if you're gonna cut it with your Cricut or your Silhouette or whatever it is that you're gonna use, I always suggest adding like a little stroke around it, because when like the Cricut, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. I think the Maker is a little bit better than the what was this? I should get the Explorer. This one's not as accurate as that one, but I always add like a little border around it, and then that way I can do like just a regular black bleed, and then that way it'll cut it very, very nicely. But anyways, let me wrap this. Oh, pretty much done with it. Nice. Yeah. So Torque is a company, an MMA sportswear company where I work at now. They used to own it, or we still own it, but it's kind of dormant right now. But yeah, that's where that came from. Yeah, bad fam. So I actually did the the 3 months for free with Adobe. I canceled and I did the whole little thing. Which if you guys haven't, head over to Adobe. If you're paying for your account, cancel it and put that it's too expensive, and they'll give you 3 months for free. It's awesome. Waves. All right, wrapping up this little design. We have just a little logo in there. We're gonna go ahead and merge these. You know what? I'm not gonna do the border. We're gonna see how good this Cricut can do the bleed by itself. Anyways, so I'm gonna print this. Actually, grab it. We're gonna test the Cricut today, guys. One thing I don't know. So there's a shiny side and there's a matte side. I'm going to guess that I have to print on the matte side. If any of you guys have used this material, please tell me now before I mess it up. Let me just double check on their website. Alright, I'm gonna print on the matte side. Nice, Frankie. 35 by 2.5. That's a very long, short decal. Were they like numbers for like a DOT or something like that? Always matte side. That's the silicone. All right, we're gonna go with the matte. Bad fam. I swear to God, I'm just kidding. All right, cool. We're gonna run it on the matte side, not the shiny. I know y'all probably can't tell the difference. Yeah, there we go. Shiny, matte side. I'm gonna go run it right now. Let me go put this in the printer. Awesome, awesome. I have the design way too big. You show the rulers. Where are my rulers? And so what you need to do, guys, when y'all are making these, if you're gonna use a Cricut, watch that video I have on how to export your designs and then import them into the Cricut Makerspace software and then print them. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Trimming down my image, and then I'm gonna put it inside of the Cricut space. I need to move my main rig into my design area because this thing is slow. What do you mean by paper, Piccolo? Do you mean like actual sheets of sticker paper to print on at home or whatever? Or do you mean like just the vinyl in general? Because if you mean vinyl in general, I use Orafol, whatever. Is it 651? I forget. Anyways, the project. I'm going to upload my picture. And this is going to be a printing cut image. Save. Add this into. One thing I hate about the Cricut design space is it does not have the same freaking shortcuts as Photoshop. I hate this so much. passion. I can't even stress it enough. So I don't want to go any more than 9 inches in width. Cool. So we'll leave it there, and we're gonna make it. So with this, you don't have to mirror it. I don't think so. So I'm just gonna run it regular, print it, and then cut it, remove the excess, put the transfer, and then boop, onto the shirt. So continue. Send to printer. Gonna add the bleed. Epson down. Yep. And we're gonna let this guy print. It is hot in there. Nice, Frankie. Yeah, Piccolo, pretty much what Bad Fam says, make sure it's permanent vinyl. I always recommend 651. That's what I use. It's not expensive at all. Unlike the Sisser HTV, or the Oracle, the Oracle. I always say Oracle. I don't want to say Oracle. Oracle 651 is awesome. Or Oracle. I guess that's why I keep saying Oracle. So. Print this thing. It's printing. Let me go grab that real quick, guys, so you guys can check it out. And then we're gonna slap it onto this bad boy, and we're gonna cut it. Right, cool. Let me go grab that real quick, guys. Please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. These are not prints. This is very weird. Give me 1 second, guys. This is the beauty of doing things live, right? So I'm getting an error. Typically when I sublimate, I have the matte paper setting set up, and it's not liking that right now. The Cricut software is not liking that. In the Cricut software, I guess it uses regular sheets, but in the Epson, it's saying matte. So it's giving me some type of error. Let me try this one more time. See if this guy will go. Okay. That one said it's offline. Makes no sense. Let me go grab it. Alright, so let me update you guys what just happened. So, sorry about that. So I sent that thing to print on the Epson WF2750, and mid-print, let me show y'all. Mid-print, it decided to shut off on me. The printer just turned off. So it reset itself, but like most of you guys know, if you have one of these makeshift printers, you have to go through a process to get it back up and running. That being said, let me do that real quick. It should take me no more than 1 minute and see if I can get it working. If not, we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the Nino 3G opaque section of the video, and I'll just have to try this again next week. Yeah, it's my bad. So let me go see real quick and see if I can get it to work real fast. If not, we're going to go ahead and move forward to the next section of the video. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. So it's going through the process. I think it's gonna work. It's just going through its cycle. Um, Let me go ahead and do the same. We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna do the shirt front and back. We're gonna put Nina 3G opaque in the back, and we're gonna put the Easy Subli on the front for him, and see how it comes out. So let me go ahead and run the same design, but we're gonna run it on the 3G opaque in the back, and we're gonna try the transfer paper. Because a lot of people have been asking me, do you have a way to transfer words or separate objects? Like if you notice with these guys, they're all separate. They're not one piece. And so before, I had found this, you have to do each piece one by one. So now we're gonna go ahead and try this low tack transfer paper to do that. So let me go check on the printer real quick one last time. If it came back on, we'll go ahead and keep running with this. If it did not, then we'll switch over to that. Alright, so I got it to work. We're gonna go ahead and run with this. I just did a test print on both sides just because, but let me go ahead and put a new sheet in there, and we're gonna do the test print. So let's do it one more time. I know, I'm sorry. This is kind of what happens. So the first time you try a product, lots of it goes to waste. It's unfortunate. And I'm like, so my fingers are all dirty from that ink, and I'm getting all the other sheets dirty. Don't be like Luis. All right, run it one more time. What up, Caleb? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I know it's a lot of dead space time in here. I'm gonna have to go back in here and add all kinds of time marks. All right, printing one more time. So one thing I guess that I noticed right off the bat, guys, do not touch the ink on this paper. Because even on the matte side of it, where you're supposed to print, I did touch that a little bit before it dried, and it got all over me. Usually when I use my regular sublimation paper or even regular paper when I sublimate, the ink dries pretty much instantly. It is not that case with this paper. So let me go ahead and grab that. All right, so we got our sheet done finally. Now we're gonna go ahead and set it up on the Cricut mat, which I have right here. And it actually looks really dull, even for sublimation standards. This looks really dull on here. I'm hoping that's not the outcome. And also, I think I need to run a print head cleaning on my printer because I'm getting one stripe over here. But anyways, let me set this up real quick. Okay, let's go at this orientation. I'm trying to be really careful because I'm not trying to touch the ink, seeing what can happen. I'm just kind of okay, and then you load it in, push your arrow forward, and you pray. We'll see how it comes out. And we'll cut. Let the Cricut do its thing. Anyways, guys, any questions while this guy is doing its job over here? I'm gonna have to add a lot of a nice timestamp for this live because it's been actually pretty longer than I wanted. I've talked too much, and I've messed up too much already too. So we'll see. Let it cut real quick. So, yeah, I can't see it. I'll show you out here in a bit. But this is what I mean about the ink not drying fast enough. And I think actually they told me I need to set it underneath the heat press for a little bit, let it cook. I think I should have done that. I think they told me that at the store. And I didn't remember. I'm going to show y'all what I mean here in a bit. Any questions, though, while we're waiting for this to cut out? Caleb, this is why I need you here, bro. I need a camera person, man. I'm struggling. I can't be the host and the camera person on a live at the same damn time. Try to convince the wife to be on it today, but she was not feeling it. Almost done. Yeah, John. So this is a cut and print. This is a Cricut Explorer Air 2. So in the software for this machine, and you can watch my video. I have a video on this. It allows you to upload a PNG image or even like a JPEG. And set it up to where the software for this printer will send the thing to print, and then once you do that, you grab the printed sheet and you put it on the mat, and it'll do its thing and just cut it out for you. So you don't have to do it by hand or none of that stuff. But anyways, let me show you guys what I mean. So the ink not drying very quickly. Y'all see this? The roller made the ink run all the way up. So I'm already not liking that. Let me set it underneath the heat a little bit because I do kind of remember somebody telling me that with this Easy Subli, you gotta let it sit under the heat for a bit. I'm just kind of, I'm not gonna cook it, but I'm gonna see if it'll dry it quicker. Yeah, I figured, Tim. You know what though? I haven't had a color issue before. I know with sublimation, when you do the initial print, it's very dull. But once you press it, it makes it much more vibrant. So we'll see. We're giving it the benefit of the doubt right now. So let me go ahead and set this up. My only concern is that if this ink is not dried, when I put the heat transfer paper on it, it'll mess it up. Anyways, let me get rid of what I do not need. I'll peel that guy off, and then I'm just going to go ahead and peel it. It's so satisfying how this peels. It peels so much easier than HTV. Oh, that's peeled. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab those little pieces out with my pick. Handy dandy pick right here. So there's definitely some shift with the printing cut. Y'all can see it on the little gasly up here. There's some white on the edge, and there's some white in there. But again, this is a shirt for a kiddo. He's not gonna mind at all. But let's go ahead and put the transfer paper on and see how well it'll do. This is the transfer paper, and they say this paper is reusable, so don't throw away the backing on it because it is a little expensive. And also, a quick tip they gave me at the store was you can actually use the backing on your heat transfer paper for this as well. So if you have HTV or you just did a run of HTV print, save that backing. I know it's kind of ghetto, maybe put some parchment paper behind it, and you can save yourself some, some cash. You might want to buy this stuff. All right, cool. So I kind of did like a laminate type of thing. So you see it's kind of laminated. And I'm just going to make sure everything's on there properly, and then I'm going to peel it again. It is a little bit more time consuming than your typical sublimation print. It's not wanting to stick very well. Definitely gotta be careful. Okay, that's longer than I wanted, but now it's on the transfer paper. And now I'm going to put on the shirt. Just kind of eyeballing it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and press. I'll let it go a few seconds over. Let it cool down a little bit. From the looks of it, it is a hot peel. It does kind of leave a little film residue, but I'm gonna be cheap and I'm gonna put my backing back on it. So with the backing, you can actually see the image again. Funny. See if it doesn't mess up the next print. Anyways, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna do one more press. Press it one more time. Where'd my Teflon sheet go? Use a Teflon sheet, I'm sure, or even like parchment paper. Actually, let me use parchment. Let me use parchment instead. Just for a few seconds, just to kind of cure the print. Alright, y'all ready for this? So, it was super, super dull. The release paper worked for me, man. So definitely the colors don't come out the best. I don't know. I forget if I can mess with the printer settings on the Cricut itself. But I mean, it's not dull anymore. I'm trying to get it on light so you guys can see it good. But there it is, guys. That's the EasySubli paper. It feels very, very nice. I actually like the finish on it a lot. Doesn't feel hard, guys. And I don't know if it's because it was just pressed, but I can definitely feel right away with the Nina how thick it is. This guy doesn't feel that way. Scrunch it up. Unscrunched it. It's not. It's take shape pretty well to me scrunching it. I'm gonna go ahead and Adrian, yeah, the colors are pretty good, man. Again, with using a makeshift sublimation printer already, the color is already a little bit off, especially with the inks I use. I feel, but you add that with the Cricut's terrible color management, like to print. I think it came out very, very good. You can tell, man. You can see the purple is definitely different. I know on the camera it's hard, but on my video review that I do, you guys will be able to see much better. You can definitely see shadows in there. And it doesn't feel bad. I like it. Yeah, the Nina is definitely more harder to the touch, especially if you're using the dark garment one. This definitely has a way softer feel. It is, I mean, it does feel a little raspy, plasticky, I'm not gonna lie, but it is nowhere near as bad as the Nina. I know y'all can hear that. And it seems to be much more flexible. Hey, what's up, Mr. J? What's up, Al? Anyways, we're gonna try now the same thing. Go ahead and press this again so I can stretch it. And you can't see it on the camera, guys, but I will mention this, and I gotta give them props, because if you look close to this, it actually looks like it's been like screen printed. It has like, I don't know how to explain it. It has a texture to it. It looks nice. I mean, there's no other thing I can say except that it looks very, very nice. But let me do the same thing. We're gonna try the Nina 3G opaque on the back. Same print. I'm just gonna run it on the back. But we're gonna be using the same transfer paper to see if we can get everything moved over the same way like this with the Nina. So let's see if that works. I'm gonna go load it up real quick. And I'm not using the same printer for the Nina. I will mention that. We're gonna be using the I have a regular HP 5250 series. It's just a regular printer with regular ink. We're gonna go ahead and run it over there real quick. Same setup, everything. Let me go do that real quick. Put this in the printer. Cool. Gonna run. Alrighty. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. Alright, we're gonna run the same thing. Send to printer. I'm gonna print this one on the HP 5200. Let's print. And typically with the Nina, you have to mirror. I'm correct. I haven't done it. My brain might be farting right now. No, you don't. Don't listen to me. You don't got to mirror. Thinking of something completely different. Okay, so here's the same print on the Nina. Much more vibrant, of course. You can see the different purples and such things. I'm gonna go ahead and run it through the Cricut. Hey, go with mommy. Go with mommy's side. Alrighty, that's going right now. So exact same print. I'm gonna use the same transfer sheet because I've been trying to find a solution for this for a very, very, very long time. How to be able to use the Nina 3G opaque with separate letters or objects. It's always been an issue. And while this goes, guys, just a reminder: if you guys have any ideas of a video you guys want to see in the future, I'm about to put a link right here in the chat that'll take you to a form on my website that will allow you to submit a video idea. Easy as that. It helps me out, and whatever helps as much. So that link that I just put is for you guys to submit ideas for future videos, and then I'm putting another one in here as well. That shows you pretty much everything, all the products that I use. But the wonderful thing about buying through this is that I get a little kickback. They're all affiliate links, so you guys can purchase from here. And I get a small kickback, and it helps the channel kind of keep going. So I really appreciate you guys use both pages. Again, one's to help you guys help me, or you guys help me so I can help you with new video ideas. The others to support the channel, purchasing products you would already use anyways at your home, and I get a little bit of a kickback. In addition, there's other stuff in my shop. If you guys want to check it out, you can order pre-printed sublimation sheets if you guys want to try it with the Epson WF 2750. Same thing with Nina Opay. You can buy mugs, custom mugs, stuff like that. And I also have channel supporter t-shirts on there as well. Even now that it's cooled down, it still feels pretty good to the touch. It is feeling a little bit more plasticky, for sure. This is with my hand on the other side, but nowhere near as bad as the Nina. This is with me scratching it. Alrighty, so we're gonna place this one backward. Done cutting. With the Nina, I always have such a hard time peeling it. The Sisser was really easy. Alrighty. Same thing. I'm gonna peel. And if you guys want to purchase these type of sheets as well to try out this type of paper with the printer I'm using, they'll be also available for you to upload an image on my website and order these off of my site as well. Same thing, I'm going to get rid of these little middle white areas. And I don't sell these products, guys, on my website to get rich. It's more so for you guys to try out a product before you have to invest, like I did blindly on a lot of these things. I don't really make anything off of that, the time and. Okay. So. I'm done with the Cricut mat, so I'm gonna put that sheet over it. And we're gonna take this low tack transfer paper again, and we're gonna do the same thing. I know, Waldo, but this is not, I mean, this is just a side hustle, bro. The getting rich is a whole different story. So same thing, just put that over, kind of like a self-laminate page. So I've already seen what I feared. Okay, I was able to get that one off properly. Yeah, getting that initial peel going is definitely, with the Nina, is definitely more of an issue than with the Easy Subli, but it is doable. You just gotta be patient with it. There I go. I already tore, I think. No, I didn't tear it. I thought I did. Because you gotta be patient with this stuff. And like I say, guys, time is money. So this is taking you, a very long. I'm sure you get more used to it the more you use it. And this is not how you're supposed to do this. I'm just trying to see if this works. Ah. All right. Seems to have worked. I got it off. Let's press it. Oh. Okay, so I lied. So I already know it's not going to come out perfect because it did move. I guess it stretched. So literally what I feared would happen happened. On one of the sections it did bubble, so it wasn't flat. So I peeled it up and I did lose some of the ink on there. I'm gonna go ahead and press it anyways. We're gonna see how it comes out. And I don't mind on this because it's for my little guy. It's just he loves this character, and we're gonna go ahead and just. So it did not work. It did not come off. It did not release from the transfer paper. Yeah, see, only part of it did. Actually, the adhesive released. Looks terrible now. but the actual print did not come off. So, it does not work. I will say this though, I do like the Easy Subli. I think it's a good product. I'm kind of upset that the Nina does not work with the same transfer paper. I'm gonna see if I can soften this up and some other way I can wear it at least. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that was it for today's live. The Sisser Easy Subli. I think it's a great product. I love it. I think it's awesome. Colors are pretty good, even under the circumstances and all the issues that I had. But that was on my end. This is what happens when you do things live. I will have an actual fully detailed video on the channel within the next 2 weeks. Make sure to look out for next week's video and stay tuned for next week's live where I'm going to be trying the B-Flex HTV. And before you guys go, make sure, guys, to enter next week's giveaway. I've had zero, I literally mean zero people enter the last 2 giveaways that I've done on the channel, even though there's people on the live. All you have to do is go comment on one of my old videos, not the lives, an actual old video of mine, or like one of my regular tutorials. Hit like on it, and just send me a screenshot on one of my social medias. That's all you gotta do. It's not hard at all, and you'll be entered next week to. I won't announce the prize yet, but it'll be something good. I'll have a choice of options. It'll be either some Teflon pillows like I've given away in the past because Amazon's super easy to ship out. It'll also either be that or a roll of B-Flex vinyl, and the third option will be some of the jerky that I sell at my 9 to 5, which is super tasty. So that'll be up for next week, guys. Again, super easy. Waldo, it's okay if you won before, bro. I mean, if you're the only one entering, I gotta honor it. You know, it's a giveaway. And with that being said, guys, I know there's only 7 of y'all in here. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. I am so stoked. There is gonna probably be a huge giveaway. I'm thinking about doing a Cricut Joy for the giveaway for my 10,000 subscriber. So whenever that comes around, probably in the next 2 weeks, that'll be happening, and I'm gonna review the Cricut Joy and also probably give it away after that video. So super excited to finally hit the 10,000 mark and unlock the super chat and all those awesome features. But thank you so much for sticking with me for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna add timestamps at the bottom if y'all want to go back and watch some of the stuff again. There's gonna be full descriptions on where to purchase the stuff that I use. One was a good, one was a fail. Happens, you know, that's what happens when you try new things out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.